Okay, so it is Tuesday. We're talking about birds, and today we're talking about birds from Shakespeare's plays. Okay? And there's quite a few of them. And I'd like to try to experiment a little bit with the itinerary setup today. But we'll see what happens. Yesterday we just did a regular old travel study write, a little bit of a compound write. You can either do writing a little autobiography or what was the other one? Yeah, my birdhouse. It was good. It's a local one. I think anyone should be able to do that anywhere. And it was a pretty solid reflection of the text, which is a short one. Yes. Now, I'm not sure if I shared yesterday that I opened up a new email account, which is really exciting. So I'll be able to start doing some outreach. Okay. So I have an outreach email for specific outreach efforts, and I need to actually go places and do that. And the idea is if TikTok is even available, I'd be using TikTok to go over the outreach that I do to document that. Yeah. I've been doing daily posts. Okay, they haven't been spread very far, but I have been doing daily stories, which is something to keep updates on what's going on and coming up with a little bit of a system for that. And I might have to make some more templates. The news haiku might be taken from Instagram altogether and come over to YouTube. The YouTube news haiku. Right? For Instagram, I'll be moving from alternating between white and red to illustrated stuff to actual photographs. And yeah. TikTok should get a lot more of the places that I'm going, research that I'm doing, traveling. I'm supposed to be getting back to work. See about that. And so on TikTok, I should be doing a lot more of the physical book presentations. Okay. Reading, things like that. So yeah, and Facebook. Facebook is just going to remain what it is. I just have to update posts there. That's something that I should have done today. And I need to make more itineraries. Making itineraries isn't hard. It's not a hard thing to do. I just make the actual itineraries based around travel that people already like to do. So, places that might not be getting as much traction, like museums, right? Really finding that activity, then finding a book and making an itinerary based on a book. Okay, so it's a little bit different than the workshops. Yeah, just like I found I'm beginning to wonder if it's even real, the whole Naruto thing. I haven't seen it advertised since I made that itinerary. But it's supposed to be Naruto in concert. They should be touring around the country over the next actually handful of months. But every now and then I'm beginning to wonder if some things just aren't real. Which is A little bit concerning, because it says 2002. Is this old? It was advertised. Yeah, it says it's for 2025. There's no reason for me to think that this isn't a legitimate thing. I haven't seen it advertised. So yeah, I just have to look up activities, things that are happening to kind of give a sense of urgency and people feeling like, man, I want to do that, and save them time on planning something around that event to hopefully encourage purchasing the itineraries. The price is going to stay as it is. I think it's a really good price. Saves time, kind of a unique thing to do. And then adding on the learning is good because, I mean, if we're talking about road schooling and things like that, you know, um, adding some very custom learning experiences for road schoolers, really any type of homeschoolers or even districts, things like that. I think the prices are good. But I also need to make another subscription. I need to make a list of subscriptions. Like, what are the subscriptions that are going to be coming up for the library? Because we're doing Naruto, I think anime and manga would be a really good one. Mangas would be a good one to have. But the thing is, the way that I'm going about building the groups is by doing these read alouds, which I should be doing read alouds. I think when I get ready to go back to work. Oh, yeah. 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 Um, and I'm not going to be reading graphic novels aloud and mangas are graphic novels. So it might be a short story sort of a deal where I could then offer short story writing classes, how to write a good short story, perhaps how to write poems, how to write these different types of, oh, okay, so it could be like that, short stories, poems, maybe like skits, things like that. I was in a writer's circle. I did a writing circle a long time ago. I left the writing circle a little bit early, but we wrote jokes, and it was pretty good. It was pretty good. We did jokes, skits, things like that. Oh, I think I stopped going because I had to go to work. I don't remember why I stopped going to the writing circle, but anyway. I'll never forget that because the writing circles were named after famous female like actresses and comedians. And for some reason I thought, and I guess I wasn't the only one who thought that, but I thought the person was actually going to be there in our writing circle. But no. I really want to go to this, by the way. Sell tickets. This must be for something like your own event. Yeah. This is quite a bit. Mm-hmm. I'm having lentils and potatoes for dinner today, so I have to hop up and check on those. Let's go ahead and share the screen and get started. And yeah, I do need to work on my space and presentation and such, but hey. Working on getting that product and service figured out. All right, so let's go where we gotta go, which is archive.org. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna make a donation today. I'm making a donation. Let me go ahead and stop sharing my screen really quickly. Oh man. Can I skip this? All right, hold on. Maybe we're connected to this, and we are. What? Hey, we made our donation today. I am so excited because I really appreciate that org. Okay. So let's go over to the book. And bird workshops. And today we're talking about Shakespeare. All right, so we have swans, water birds, barnacle goose, wheel of birding together, falconry, eagle, osprey, kite, and buzzard, partridge, pheasant, and quail, snipe, woodcock, and lapwing, dove and pigeon, cuckoo and hedge sparrow, owl, lark, house martin, robin, wren, and swallow, nightingale, Blackbird, thrush, and starling, rook, magpie, jackdaw, chough and jay, raven and carrion crow, sparrow, finch, bunting, and wagtail. I'm not really getting anything from any of these in particular. Let's see what it says here. Wheel of birding together. 24. What is that? All right. In Shakespeare's day, the wealthy were very fond of country pursuits such as hunting, wildfowling, and falconry. Indeed, when Mr. Page and the merry wives of Windsor offered an invitation to go a birding together, he was probably suggesting the sort of expedition Shakespeare knew well. As a gentleman of means, he was welcome at the country seats of the nobility, and his knowledge of birds probably came largely from outings like those planned by Mr. Page. Guns popularly known as birding pieces were used. A well-observed wild fowler at work is to be found in A Midsummer Night's Dream. As wild geese that the creeping fowler eye are russet-padded choughs, many in sort, rising and cawing at the gun's report, sever themselves and madly sweep the sky, so as at his sight away his fellows fly. Other ways of catching birds in the 16th and 17th centuries were by using nets, springs and snares, traps and birdlime. Shakespeare knew of them all. Sebastian in the Tempest, plotting the usurpation. Yeah, usurpation. I don't know that word. It's like usurpation. I think it's usurpation. I spelled it wrong. What is this? Uh, oh, wow. How do you pronounce the word? Guys, this. Anyway, okay. Let's check on those potatoes and lentils. is going to be delicious today. It's just not comfortable right now. So, all right, there's that. Let's keep reading. Usurpation. The Duke speaks of bat fowling, which was the taking by night of birds which roost in bushes. The birds were scared from the roost, attracted to lights carried by the hunters, and caught in handheld nets or on lined bushes. Other forms of nets were employed too, some baited with live tethered birds, which were to entice similar birds or birds of prey to the net. To these, Shakespeare compares the trapped Adonis. Look how a bird lies tangled in a net. Venus and Adonis. References to the woodcock tell us of other catching methods. The woodcock was considered stupid. It always walked the same paths or flew the same woodland rides. So it was easy to catch. In Hamlet, both Polonius and Laertes referred to springes used for catching woodcock. These were loops of fine string or hair lying in the bird's path and attached delicately to a bowed hazel twig. When the bird trod in the loop, its leg was caught, a trigger was released, and the bent twig whipped up, dangling the helpless bird. They were also caught in snares, and even in the ugly-jawed gin trap, which had probably been set for bigger prey. So strives the woodcock in the gin, says Lord Clifford when the Duke of York is captured. Shakespeare mentions bird liming more than any other form of bird catching. It appears 3 times in Henry VI, Part 2 alone. Bird lime was a sticky substance made, for example, from the bark of the holly and spread on twiggy boughs of trees such as birch, willow, or aspen. Any bird touching the lime became stuck, fluttered, and became more entangled. Is it bows or boughs? It's boughs, right? I know they're like bows of ships and stuff like that too, but yeah, but how? Okay, I guess the bow was. Right, it's a large part. It's not like the very, very. Okay. So there has to be something related to Shakespeare that maybe we go to a Shakespeare museum. We maybe go to a bird museum. I think this is a good chapter. We're talking about hunting birds. So maybe it's more like, where is Shakespeare from? We go there and do bird hunting. Are you allowed to do like a bird hunting tour? A bird netting tour? Does that exist anywhere? Bird liming tour? Because netting seems like a way to catch but then let go, right? Bird liming tour. What? So Limeland House and Tours. Okay. Tours rhymes with doors. They just keep opening. Here we have yet another open door towards a tour. Limeland House and Tours in Trinidad offers birdwatching tours on an old cacao estate that's now a birdwatcher's paradise. Cool. Let's see if we can go to the website. Again, asking questions, right? Asking good questions becomes more important than, or not more important, but it becomes the main way of getting out the information. The best way of getting out the information. This is funny. Welcome to the very best of authentic Caribbean country life at beautiful Limeland House. Okay. Did Shakespeare ever spend time in the Caribbean? I'm going to say yeah. Caribbean. No. Okay, he was fascinated by the sea and shipwrecks, which were themes in many of his works. Shakespeare's roles in the Caribbean. Shakespeare is deeply woven into the culture of the British Caribbean, where interest in his work persisted long after colonial rule ended. But he is a reflection of the British colonial past, a source of Caliban, often seen as figure of anti-colonialism, or both of the above and more. Scholars Giselle Rand-Paul, a lecturer in literature in English at the University of West Indies in St. Augustine, Trinidad, and Barry Moore, A. Bowles, Director of Center for the Study of Slavery and Justice at Brown University, explored Shakespeare's roles in the British Caribbean in a classic interview on Shakespeare Unlimited podcast. Neva Grant spoke with, I kind of wanted to share this on the these excerpts from the conversation take us from the fascinating role of Shakespeare in the royal reader primers used in schools after the end of enslavement, when education was a key colonial tool, to how Caliban and the Tempest became a key figure to many 20th and 21st century anti-colonial writers. With a look at Rand Paul and I don't know this. Bushes? Bogids? I feel like I should know these names, but I don't. So this is what I mean when I should probably start making a list of names that just come up when I'm doing this research so that I can know more people. I just don't know. Oh, Muggsy? This is how he spells his last name? Muggsy Bogues? Muggsy. All right. Doors keep opening. It's a beautiful thing. All right. So we have Muggsy Bogues, right? I'm hearing about him a lot. Okay. Okay. So I think the connection between the Caribbean and Shakespeare is it's okay. Hmm. Yeah, but I mean, the thing about Shakespeare is that he was kind of like a counterculture guy during his time, wasn't he? So anyway, I think we're going to stick with this location. Let's see. So this is a perspective of Shakespeare in the Caribbean. But let's see Shakespeare writing about the Caribbean. All right, so Shakespeare does go to Trinidad. Maybe this is fan fiction. Apparently, it actually is. It is actually fan fiction. Okay. Let's see if we can listen to a little bit of the tintas. A salubrious? Insalubrious? Must be like insular. Unhealthy. Oh, okay. Salubrious, unhealthy. All right. I wonder if that has Latin roots. Sure does. Another interesting storyline. Let's see if we can watch a quick little YouTube video about it. All right, and this is thanks to Tedo. So we're definitely going to this place. What time is it? Oh, wow. All right, so let's go ahead and finish this up. I thought I already, excuse me, I thought I already had this open. Limeland Tours. What? Hold on. I'm looking for the bird watching tour. I don't see anything about bird watching option. Lovely excursion for bird watchers. Lovely. All right. Here we go. Limeland House and Tours. All right, let's go back to the book. Oh, what are we going to study? I'm just going to search the word. All right, so there we go. I like this one a lot. I like what it's getting to. It's another writing one, but I think it's okay if most of the itineraries is what you go for the writing idea. Okay. Great. So thanks for joining in. Thanks for watching. I would say lentils with potatoes and broccoli is really, really good. Just some salt and pepper, bunch of water. With the broccoli, I don't really let it cook in when the lentils and the potatoes are done. I just put in frozen broccoli and let it sit for a little bit. And so the broccoli is still pretty crunchy. All right, see you tomorrow for the Wednesday recording. Bye-bye.